On today's episode on WarpDriveM, we are not going to drive the 7 Series to inspection. I had like 1 month time in order to be legal, of course, and we are going to check more the car to be sure that everything is fine. But in this episode we are going to park the 4 Series in the garage because we have to do some annual check and I have some lights on the dash. So yeah, no more talking, let's start the video. Everything seems to be fine. I just have to buy some gas. Oh my god, I've used at least 40 liters of gas just to drive like 10-20 kilometers. We have to check if that is accurate or not, but for now we have to park the car out of the garage because, like I said, we have to park the 4 Series inside, and I have to see what's wrong with the dash because it's not counting the kilometers, and I want that to be fixed. And after everything is fixed, we drive for inspection, and we are going to put the car sadly for sale because I don't drive this car, and because the car is sitting, it's going to be worse and worse. Now let's park this one in the garage. Let's do the annual check. Let's replace the oil, and let's see what kind of light we have on the dash. After we start the car, see that we have an indicator that we have to do some service on since the 4th of 2022, and now we are in the 5th month. And if we go in here, service, we have to change the oil, and we have to change to check the car. Oh, focus, just a second. Yeah, and we have to check the car, but that's kind of off because I've done the inspection last year, and I think that should be the inspection is for 2 years, and I think that is a little bit off. We just have to check the papers and everything on the car, and after that we can reset everything. We replace the oil. After that we reset that, and we are going to check what's wrong with the car check. With the car in the garage, we can see that the next car check, it has to be on the 6th of 23, so we still have more than 1 year, so we just have to reset that warning light. But the oil, I've drove the car since the last oil change, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers, but not more than that. But it passed 1 year, so we are going to replace the oil now. Open the door, open the hood, open the cap, use the right tool for the oil filter, take the right wrench, take an extension, plug the extension, plug the wrench, and undo. Whoa, that's tight. Take the cover out. Use some rags in order to avoid some oil spilling. Open the service flap. Now let's inspect the leak. Ho ho! And check this out. The oil pan gasket, it's started to leak, and we don't have just 86,000 kilometers. It's like not even 100,000 kilometers, and the oil pan is leaking. Maybe you can see all the bolts are wet, but that will be a job for a different time. Now let's drain the oil and let it drain. But as you can see, the oil is brand new. Like I said, I've done maybe 2,000-3,000 kilometers since I've done the last oil change, but because 1 year has passed and the car was sitting so much, I have to replace the oil. But for now everything looks okay. I'm just a little bit sad that the car started already to leak from the oil pan, because that will be a big job. While it's draining, let's open the oil filter completely. Inspect the oil filter, replace the oil filter, replace the gasket, install the new one, replace the small one as well, install the new one. Inspect the oil filter housing, but on this case I know that the oil is like new from the last change. As you can see, it has color, everything. Now we can put everything back together. Tight the screw back in till the oil pan cracks. It's just a joke. Clean everything. I've cleaned everything as much as I could, but not more than this, because I have to tackle this problem with the oil pan, of course. Clean the service door as well. I've done that. Now let's put everything back together in here. Let's close this flap. Oh, very tricky with left hand and one hand. Something like this. Now it's time to fill up the engine with new oil, but first we can check the inside of the engine, and as you can see, everything is still brand new, because I replaced the oil at 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers. Anyway, let's pour the new oil in. Everything is set and done. I clean this plastic cowl in there from the leaves and everything, and normally after this job you have to go under the car to check for leaks, but I'm not going to do that because it's leaking anyway from the oil pan. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's not leaking because everything is new underneath. Now we have to drive the car to be sure that the level is perfect, because we can do that just by driving. I've put the correct amount of oil that this car needs. With everything done, I think now it's time to drive it.
junk food for the weekend, of course. And I'm going to be off for this weekend, and I'm going to enjoy the car now. I'm not going to leave the car sitting for so long as the last time. Whoa. I have to finish eating, and after that we can continue this video.
Back home, in fact, this is after the weekend. I've went for a few days off for the weekend, and now I'm back home. And like I've said before in the video, now this will be again the daily driver, because I sold most of my cars, almost, in fact all. I think I just have this one, the E23, and the Peugeot. Yeah, and the Peugeot, I think in the next 2-3 days is going to be sold as well. And this will be my daily driver. I've took this decision because I've kept this car for so many months without moving it, and now I just want to drive it back. That's why I've sold everything, and we are going to do some changes because I want to buy a car that is going to be for the channel, just to share you some repairs, some modification. And the flip cars, I'm not going to film anything because I just want to fix the car and sell the cars. That's why I'm not going to make any kind of video. And like I said, we are going to buy a project car, and it's going to remain in here for the channel and for the video. So if you like this episode, and if you want to see the progress on the E23 or the new project car, join me for the next episode. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, as usual, thumbs down. Until next time, see you later.